seen a lot of semi-finalists book their berths in the last four. And of course, if you have just joined us and were expecting to see Han Yue versus Chen Yufei, well, the big shock, or big news I should say, is that Chen Yufei, defending champion, actually withdrew from that. That's a walkover for Han Yue into her semi-final, and that is her fifth semi-final, in fact, of the year. And she didn't have to play a shot. So we'll be moving on with the draw, and as you can see, our next match will commence very shortly. Thanks for staying with us, and we're now ready to move on with the order of play here on court 2. It's the women's doubles, Fukushima and Matsumoto taking on Li Yijing and Liu Zumin, the number 5 seeds from China. So this is the women's doubles draw, and all 4 semi-final berths still open for now. I can tell you now that Baekana and Lee So-hee are playing Kusuma and Prativi on court 1 as we speak. You may have actually seen that happening just now while we were waiting for this match to start, and they'll face Liu Tan or Kim and Kong. The winner of this match will face the winner of Iwanaga Nakanishi versus Tan Antina from Malaysia. All the fans have waited patiently, and this was of course due to that big news that Chen Yufei, the defending champion in women's singles, withdrew. We've yet to find out exactly why, but Han Yue made it to her 5th semi-final without lifting her racket. And now I can see the blue shirts of the Japanese pair Fukushima and Matsumoto. They used to be arch rivals, of course. In fact, Matsumoto actually made the final here last year, but with Wakana Nagahara. And as a point of fact, Wakana is actually in Jakarta and is in this stadium watching her old partner, who's now paired up with, of course, Yuki Fukushima, who used to play with Sayaka Hirota, and both of those pairs went to world number 1. It's great to see them playing together. Matsumoto sporting new red hair.
Hello. Hi.
2-1 is the head-to-head. Last time they met was at the Malaysia Open, right at the start of the year.
Red color for you.
That's Latif Johari.
On my left side. Receive. Who will receive?
With the coin toss.
Will receive.
Lee and Yu made the quarterfinals last year. Number 5 seeded pair. Number 5 in the world as well. And they've had a pretty good run, but not the best year. Yuki Fukushima is now 32 years old, and there's confirmation that she was at number 1 with Sayaka Hirota. They're currently ranked 9th, which is great for their fledgling partnership. They won the Malaysia Open this year. They were runner-up at the All England. They were runner-up in Japan, the Japan Masters last year, and 3rd at the All England Masters, quarterfinalists at the Indonesia Masters and India. This makes it a 6th quarterfinal for them in 2025, and that's Mayu Matsumoto, also former number 1 with Wakana Nagahara, looking for their 4th semi-final. And these were their 2 results. A tough match against Guanya Somerville and Angela Yu. Dropped the game there in 62 minutes, but a little bit more comprehensive against Jolly and Pulela. As for Li and Liu, another one of these great quality pairs from China. And they haven't had the best 2025. Well, they haven't at least picked up a title yet. But quarterfinalists in Singapore at the Badminton Asia Championships in All England. 3rd place finishes and in India and at the Malaysia Open. So a 6th quarterfinal for them as well. And a 3rd semi-final on the cards if they can make it. And these were their 2 results. Teng and Yang from Chinese Taipei in 34 minutes. That was comprehensive. And Yang from Hong Kong, 35 minutes. That was just as complete and compact a performance from them. There's confirmation of Latif Johari in the big chair. He's going to be joined by Marzuki Shaham, and there he is in the service judge position.
Players ready to play.
Well, as I said, women's doubles on both courts right now. And it's Indonesian pair Kusuman Pertiwi that are leading Bacon Lee 15-10, in fact, in the first game on court 1. So we are rapidly running out of semi-final berths. But there have been some, well, spectacular results in the 2 sessions so far. Morning session, of course, we saw An Se-young in devastating form. Really was a wonder to watch. And then Dechapon and Supisara turned on the jets against Go Soon-hwat and Siobhan Lai. And we just watched Cheng Xing and Zhang Qi do what they do. So, Fukushima, the last player on court, but it looks like we are finally ready to get underway with this women's doubles quarterfinal. And while we wait, I can tell you that Kusuman and Pertiwi are chasing some glory. The last time...
Ladies and gentlemen,
well, I'll tell you in a second.
Right, Li Yijing and Luo Shumin, China. And on my left, Yuki Fukushima and Mayu Matsumoto, Japan. Yuki Fukushima to serve to Li Yijing. Level.
As we get underway, just continue what I was saying. The last time there was an Indonesian women's doubles pair that went on to win the title at the Indonesia Open was in 2008. That was Vita Marissa and Liliana Natsir. And that's what Kusuman and Pertiwi are chasing on court 1.
Serve 1 love.
Now, the last Japanese winners were Matsuyama and Shida,
It's 1 love.
2021 and 2022. So Fukushima herself, yeah, with Hirota, won it before in 2019 and 2018. There could be a 3rd title for Fukushima. Bacon Lee, of course, the defending champions for the last 2 years, looking to make it a 3-peat. But currently trailing, as I said, on court 1. High lift from Matsumoto. She's got the height, Matsumoto.
Serve 2-1.
But Lee and Liu are known for their speed once they get up and running. Very much like Cheng and Zhang, in fact. And based on current ranking, you'd have to say that they'd be the favorites. Tough opponents for them await them if they make the semi-finals for both these pairs. Tanantina from Malaysia have been in great form, and Iwanaga and Nakanishi have been in an electrifying form. So the women's doubles draw evolving very nicely here at the Istora Senayan. Matsumoto setting up nicely. Good defense from Li Yijing. And they force the issue. They're 5-1 up. Good touch by Fukushima, but I think it's gone long. It has. 6-1. And as you can see, deep discussions between both of them. Oh, mistake there by Fukushima at the net. 7-1. Matsumoto coming in with the power. Fukushima trying to make something happen, but defended stoutly by Li Yijing. He's moved to the back. Look at that pickup.
8-1.
Well, they just can't seem to hit those lines right now. 8-1. Combination of winners and mistakes. And it's a 7-point lead. Well, again, Li Yijing has hit the ground running. 9-1. Well, I said it right at the start of the match. Li and Liu very compact in their output. They've settled well here. Had to wait a little bit longer, as you know, due to the walkover in the women's singles.
9.
Players entitled to their warm-up. They were not to be rushed in any way. So 2-9. That's great from Li Zumin. Li Yijing definitely the driving force, and that's gone very wide by Matsumoto.
10-2.
So, on the brink of the first mid-game interval. And still, the China pair in control, dictating the action. They've let that one fly long, and it's 11-2 at the break.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Coach, return to your chair. Yuki, Mayu, get ready. Coach, return to your chair. Yuki, Mayu, back on court. (11-2). Play.
So, we get on. Well, that's almost hit the stands.
3-11.
Well, that was a great drop in, and it's led to, I think it was Fukushima that pushed that long again. They're having great trouble with the back line at the moment, the Japanese pair. Good pick up there by Zoom-in.
4-12.
Well, now's the time for Fukushima and Matsumoto to try and cut into this deficit. And pretty much they have to do it now. That's gone wide again. Difficult take for Mayu. The outside backhand grip. Couldn't get the control. 13-4. Great touch by Zoom-in, sets up a partner.
14-4.
That's what they do well. They have that combination understanding. They may not have been together as a pair for that long, but they have a natural understanding of where they need to be on court positionally, but also when to attack, when to defend, and when to transition between both. Sometimes
5-14.
doesn't work out. Slight clash of rackets there, but still well in control of this first game. Oh, that's wonderful from Zoom-in, who's taking on this point single-handedly. Yijing steps in. Good variation from Li Yijing. Doesn't connect well enough. Well, immediately on the attack from Zoom-in, who single-handedly wins that point.
15-6.
15-6.
Serve 7-15.
So 7-15. That was a wonderful shot by Zoom-in again. In fact, I have to say that between both of them, Li Yijing has turned into the setup role, and Zoom-in has been doing most of the killing blows from mid and front court. That was a little bit late from Li Yijing. Caught on the defense. Wow, that was a beautiful drop at the front court. Once again by Zoom-in. 17-7. Well, everything is going for them in this first game. And now it's almost mathematical in terms of chances of Fukushima and Matsumoto clawing this back, and I'm not saying that with any disrespect to either of them. They just haven't been able to get through the defense with anything solid enough. They've relied on mistakes, just like that one. I think that's gone long. Yes, it has. 19-8.
19-8.
Oh, Fukushima looking a little bit sheepish. And the fact that she's got such a low completion rate on the back line. I think she's made that one. No, she hasn't. That's gone long too.
Matsumoto challenges.
But it's worth a challenge. I think they're going to have to be lucky with this one. Of course, if they're unlucky with it, then it's going to be 12 game points. Oh, and they are. It's out.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remains.
No luck today. So far, anyway.
Game point 8. Play.
Well, there's a chance for them.
20.
Good touch in by Zoom-in. Yi Jing. Oh, tumbles over the net.
Game.
So 21-9, first game.
Yi Jing and Luo Shumin. 21-9. Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Second game, level, play.
So game 2 underway.
1 love.
And a lot of work to do for Fukushima and Matsumoto. And that's not going to help. Very soft serve.
1-0. Two, 1.
Well, whatever they try seems to be working right now. Li Jing and Liu Zumin. And as you can see, they're being helped by a few mistakes. It's coming from Matsumoto's racket. They're just having trouble, the Japanese pair, dealing with the speed, first of all, and the angles. But look at the movement there from the China pair, just always in the right place, off of diagonal off each other. Positionally, they are formidable. Well, it was almost turning into a developed rally, but the sting in the tail from Liu Zumin was just too much for Mayu Matsumoto. You can look at the frustration on her face. She knows they need to make something happen. They need to break this rhythm. That's good from Fukushima.
3-5. Thank you.
That's a bit high from Matsumoto. Nice return by Fukushima. That one has been misread by
4-5.
Li Jing. And a bit closer in the second game. It's gone long again. So still backcourt worries.
6-4.
Just to update you on court one, Kasuma and Pratiwi have gone one game ahead against the defending champions Bacon Lee. So that three-peat for the Koreans is in danger. Good movement there by Zumin. Sets up our partner beautifully. Li Jing from the back.
5-6.
Well, while still under pressure, the Japanese pair seem to be doing a little better from this nearer side of the court. Willing to leave their defense from mid-court. Fukushima happy to let that one fly. 6-all. And if I'm right, this is the first time that they've been equal, points-wise, the whole match. Looks like it may have been shading out, played in, but wonderful shot by Li Jing.
Mayu Matsumoto challenges for in.
Worth the challenge, I guess. Well, as you can see, they don't look particularly concerned. Li Nu. I think they're pretty confident that that one is in. It did look in. Here it comes. Oh, just out.
Correction out.
Well, maybe the tide is turning. 7-6. The first lead for Fukushima and Matsumoto in the second. It's definitely going out.
Serve 7-0.
Good serve and pick up from Sudirman. They can't make the forced shot work.
8-7.
Wide serve from Fukushima. Comes back with interest. That's another bad read from Sudirman at the back.
9-7.
Oh, can they build on this 2-point lead? Good coverage by Sudirman. Li Yijing now adding the sting. Just biding a time, Li Yijing. That's a good developed rally, and Fukushima and Matsumoto can take great encouragement in knowing that if they can just stick with these rallies, and a mistake can turn up. That's the longest rally we've seen, 40 shots. And they are 3 points ahead now. Oh, that was venom from the racket of Sudirman. Whip that back. So 11-8 at the break, and Fukushima and Matsumoto have a lifeline of sorts.
Part 2, 20 seconds. Part 2, 20 seconds. Coach. Players on court.
Well, it's a chance, and you've got to take your chances when you get them. 11-8 at the break. Let's see what they can do. That's loose from Fukushima. It's great coverage at the net by Sudirman. Now they're on the attack. Oh, they've left that well.
12-8. Li Jing, Mayu.
Well, this is the biggest lead that Fukushima and Matsumoto have had. Certainly playing with a little bit more confidence now. Nice touch from Matsumoto. And as you can see, the rallies are getting a little bit more developed. But still, that stinging power on the outside of the racket from zoom in is just too much for Matsumoto to handle. And that's been happening a lot. She manages to generate so much power
Yuki,
if it lands in a hitting zone. Another mistake by Matsumoto, this time at the net, 10-12. Light touch. Li Jing, that's gone out.
11-12.
It's almost as if they've got into Matsumoto's head, because she's just taking an extra microsecond to think about where she's going to place that shuttle. 1 point back now. Again, that was an awkward take for Li Jing. 13-11. Well, that's not a sound you want to hear. That's gone wide.
14-11.
Well, however they're managing to do it, they have maintained a three-point lead, and you've got to give them credit for that. That's got to be wide. 15-11.
15-11.
Well, a sudden slew of mistakes from the China pair.
16-11.
And they are 5 points down. I think that's the most mistakes consecutively that they've made since the start of the match. But it's given a golden opportunity to Fukushima and Matsumoto to seal this second game. If they can keep the pressure on. And they're certainly doing that. 17-11.
17-11. Matsumoto challenges hold out.
So challenge coming in from Matsumoto. And this performance in the second, even though it's been helped along by a couple of mistakes by Lee and Liu, should give them a good shot in the arm in terms of confidence, because, well, with all due respect to them, they were blown away in the first game. Here it comes. That's very much out.
Challenge unsuccessful, one challenge remaining. Serve 12-17. Play.
So service back, China pair, and that's improbable but not impossible that they claim this second game. They're certainly going to give it a good shot by the looks of it. Let's zoom in.
13-17.
Oh, Fukushima mistimed
17.
the intercept. Well, if Li Yijing and Lo Zumin can put in a point run here, then that might just be a dagger in the heart of the dreams and aspirations of Fukushima and Matsumoto. Oh, that's powerful stuff from Zumin at the back.
15-17.
2 points back. It's a bit high. It's allowed him to get on the attack immediately. And that's out. They're now 1 point back.
16-17.
Well, the next 2 points, absolutely critical for both of these pairs. If it goes the way of the Chinese pair, and that's one of them. They tied it up at 17. That's a 6 point run. They get this one, then real pressure on Fukushima and Matsumoto. Oh, it's absolutely scorching. What a cross-court from Zumin. Look at this. Well, now pressure's really on. Oh, that's gone wide. 18-all.
Serve 18-all.
Well, needless to say, not the situation that Fukushima and Matsumoto would want to be dicing with match points. That might just happen. Straight onto the attack from Zumin. That is in.
19.
No challenge. Important serve for Mayu Matsumoto. Oh, and it's gone begging. 19-all.
Serve 19-all.
Well, you can see what it means to Li Yijing. What a pickup by Zoom in. And it's gone out. They've got themselves a match point. They were 17-11 down.
19.
And now it's 20-19. Is this the end of the run for Fukushima and Matsumoto?
Play.
Great pickup again by Li Yijing. That's gone long, they've done it.
Game.
21-9, 21-19, 39 minutes. And they have booked their spot in the quarterfinals. In the semi-finals, I should say.
Mayu. Yuki. Block. Match won by Li Yijing and Luo Shumin. 21-9, 21-19.
Winning pose. And they did very well, 17-11 down, to come back and come back strong. So they will face Iwanaga or Nakanishi or Tan and Tina, who of course will be playing a little bit later on. There's confirmation of that score, 21-9, 21-19, and it's Lee and Liu who are through to the last four.
The VIPs, the common fans, everyone gets together here at the Istora Senayan for the HSBC BWF Indonesia Open 2025. It is the biggest badminton tournament in the country, part of the HSBC BWF World Tour. This is a Super 1000, the top of the tree, and it is quarterfinal day here in Court 2. We are moving to our next match, women's doubles, as Liu Shengchu and Tan Ning, the top seeds from China, will play Kim Hai-jong and Kong Hee-yong. They are from Korea and the 7th seeds. So looking at the way things are playing.